Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shot 61. Matchbox, right.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Good. 180. 136. Off the screen. Off the screen. Off the screen. Hurry, hurry.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, alert! King!
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Mayfield on 3rd down from his end zone. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Here's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Ravens 0.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Right there, right there.
2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Come, baby. Chopper. What, Charlie? Check. Fresno.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Maher on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Ravens 0.
the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Check.
2nd and 9 now. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mac Wilson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Brooks. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Switch gears.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Watch the pass. Twitch.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Brooks, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54.
2nd and 13. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Kill. Slip.
On 3rd down, Barkley. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Mayfield to throw it, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb pushing him away.
Popped him right out there.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hey, 133. Hurry.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Chark. As the 1st half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, yeah.
2nd and 11. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw, and he comes back with one complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout called. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Right here, guys. Spike 51, Mike 51. Switch up. 51, Mike.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it is incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. He chucks him aside. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming. Recon, 132 fight. Mike, spot 4.
2nd and 6. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ready. 8, read. Check. Walk to be block it. 4. Yeah. You don't want none. Whip. Watch the whip.
On first down, Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Let's go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Box trap. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Mike, 57.
They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Mayfield on play action. It's caught. Beckham. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. DJ Chark, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check 9, check 9.
A toss play to Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And again, it's Chubb. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He finds Beckham, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Run.
First down, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward back towards.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
42, Ravens 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Second down, back at the 18-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. It's now third down and long.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
and what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Take it in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
Hey, alert. Regular.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Flush to his right. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Bravo. We got 4.
A second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On third down, Mayfield. Now he'll let this one go. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on second and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This one taken from the 7th. Through an opening, and there he goes. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker now to add the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll give it to Chubb. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal? Running for it. Here's Chubb. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Marr now to add the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That's Saquon Barkley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and 13.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they can't